What's up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Odd Shopper channel. And today we're talking some college football betting. Ahead of Wednesday, week 7, we've got a pair of games. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. Thank you if you've done that. It helps us a ton, and I really appreciate it. We are brought to you by Bet365. Limited time offer for you guys, so make sure to take advantage of this. You can bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bet credits. This is for new users with a $10 deposit at least. And again, these deals do not last forever, so make sure to take advantage of them. This is for users in Kentucky, Ohio, New Jersey, Virginia, Iowa, and Colorado. So if you're in one of those states, take advantage of this. Must be 21 or older to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, we get to the Wednesday slate, and I use the term greasy lightly. I'm not kidding when I'm saying this might be the greasiest slate of all time. We have Florida International taking on UTEP and New Mexico State taking on Sam Houston State. We had a nice little 3-0 start to the week yesterday, and we'll try to dive into this, but man, this is a tough slate. Kicking things off with UTEP FIU. FIU is a 2.5-point favorite. The total is 44 points. FIU's taken a lot of money. This has to do with a ton of injuries on the UTEP side. Their quarterback, Gavin Hardison, he hasn't played recently. He allegedly is going to test his arm. That was supposed to happen yesterday. No reporting on whether that went well, so we don't know if Hardison plays. Tyron Smith, their best receiver, is reportedly considering a redshirt year. He's a game-time decision. No information on that. They didn't have their safety, Trajan Hugh. Mike Franklin didn't play running back. Tez Moore, corner, didn't play. They also didn't have Michael Broussard, another defensive back, or Justine Clark, a rotational receiver. Tavita Tafuna, a defensive tackle, missed. UTEP is injury-riddled, and the team does not have the best reporting, so it's tough to know who's going to play and who's out, especially when that's your quarterback, Hardison, Tyron Smith, your best receiver. This is important. Not to mention their backup, Jake McNamara, is hurt. They were using Cade McConnell and Kevin Hurley at quarterback. Both of those guys have a sub 40% completion percentage. So, I mean, times are tough for UTEP right now. With that said, are they much better for Florida International? This team is 3-3. They've basically beaten some of the worst teams in the country, Maine, North Texas, and UConn. Got crushed by Liberty and New Mexico State. Close loss to Louisiana Tech in the first game. They're down guard Jacob Peace. Ladarian Polk, one of their safeties, also hasn't played recently. And Keon James, quarterback, suffered a concussion last week. It looks like he's going to play here. That's important, but there's weaknesses to both of these teams. FIU has a putrid offensive line. They're allowing a 34% pressure rate. You look at what UTEP can do. That's their best skill on defense, is pressuring the quarterback. They're outside the top 100 in run defense and coverage, but they're 6th in pass rush. They have a very good pass rush, very weak everywhere else. So that's a mismatch in favor of UTEP. And then if UTEP could get some decent quarterback play, this team actually has a really good offensive line. They're top 15 in both pass blocking and run blocking. Perhaps they just fall back on the run here. FIU is 99th in run defense. So, I mean, there's mismatches that work in both teams' favor. It's just, can I really bet UTEP with the crazy quarterback situation? And the answer is no. So right now, this is just going to be a pure pass. I would back UTEP if we got news that Hardison was playing. Some of these guys were actually going to be out there, but I'm not sure if that news comes, when it comes, or what's going to happen here. Too many unknowns to play this game. Second contest, Sam Houston State, New Mexico State. Another real greasy game. 3.5 points in favor of New Mexico State. The total is 42.5. Sam Houston's been pretty unfortunate. They are 0-5 with basically close losses across the board. Lost by 14 to BYU, 10 to Air Force. Got crushed by Houston, lost by 7 to Jacksonville State, and 5 to Liberty. This team is down their top 6 running backs, and they lost their top 2 receivers already this year. They also didn't have corner Devian Armstead, who missed last week's game. Times are tough, but I think Sam Houston is going to adjust to some of these running back injuries in particular by using some dual threat quarterback action. We'll see how this works, but they've already been moving like some of these players that typically play quarterback to running back, which again, I'm not sure what Sam Houston's really live to do doing that, but we'll see. They're a run-based team to begin with, and they have a lot of weaknesses. Their offense is already atrocious. So is this really a huge deal for them? I mean, I don't know. Trapper Panel's probably going to play some quarterback, dual threat stuff. I mean, Wildcat stuff. We'll see. On the other side, New Mexico State, they have a pretty good offense and a horrific defense. So what do we get out of Pavia? 64% completion, 10.4 yards per attempt. He has more turnover-worthy plays than big-time throws, so he's very much like a boom-bust signal caller. The pressure rate for New Mexico State is 29%. That's not great. They actually have a worse offensive line than Sam Houston, according to pressure rate. So, I mean, this is a really greasy game. Sam Houston's actually taken money, which has surprised me, but Keegan Shoemaker's played better. They've gotten a lot out of Noah Smith, their best receiver at this point. They've looked better. Their defense is certainly better than New Mexico State, but man, this would have to get to -3 for me to consider, and it would be on the New Mexico State side. Better offense. Defense is awful, but Sam Houston's offense is also awful, down a ton of good guys. So we'll wait. We'll take it if it goes to 3. Otherwise, this will also be a pass. Tough slate, but we'll be back with more bets later in the week. Leave a comment if you agree, disagree. Would love to hear it. If you have a question, reach out on Twitter. Otherwise, good luck, everyone. We'll see you soon.